Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, I want to have a discussion about Ark Survival Evolved, and this discussion will be about are server restarts necessary in Ark? So stay tuned.
It's been a cold winter and it's lasted far too long.
If you want to host your own Ark server, then I recommend renting one from Nitrado. They're also the official server provider for Wildcard. Go to jaycartere.com/Nitrado to rent your own Ark server and help out the channel in the process. Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Jay Cartere from the Cartere Cartel server, teaching you how to be better. And I know I usually do tip videos and streams and that sort of stuff, but I've been wanting to do these discussion type videos for a very, very long time, and I think now is the time that I should do them and start putting them out. If you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. But what I want out of these videos is I want to put across my points, put across my opinion, and then I want you guys to hit up that comment section and we'll have a discussion there. And if we have a good discussion there, then maybe I'll make a follow-up video. I'll include those comments in the discussion, and it'll be more of a discussion. I've said discussion like 5 times now. So let's get into the topic. So the topic for today is, are server restarts necessary in Ark? The reason I want to discuss this is because I run an unofficial server on the PS4. If you want to join, click on the link in the description below, follow all the instructions. But basically, a number of players have come to me and they've asked about server restarts. They've asked if I could restart the server and basically wipe everything and make it easier for new players. And I understand why they would want this, but my opinion is that I played on official for 3 months and I went on a variety of servers. We moved from server to server until we found one that we could set up a base and build hidden and come up, and there was already established tribes on the server, already 3 established alpha tribes and a bunch of other tribes, and we became alpha of that server over time. So if we can do it on official, then you can do it on my unofficial server where there's way less grinding, and you're gonna have a way more fun over time. You won't have to grind out for days in order to raid a base or something. So I think that if I can do it on official, new players can do it on unofficial. And basically you just need to get good. If you're not the alpha tribe on your server, then you might not have the skills it takes to become an alpha tribe yet, and that's fine. You will just learn how to play the game as you go. You'll learn from your mistakes and you'll get better at the game, and as you keep on getting better, maybe you'll get that coveted alpha tribe position. So first of all, let's talk about the pros, and then we're going to go through the cons, and then I'm going to wrap up my point. So the pros of server restarts in Ark is it makes it easier for newer players. A new player coming in, if you just wiped the server yesterday, or even if you wiped the server a week ago, a new player is going to have a way more chance at competing with the top tribes than a new player that comes into a server that's been running for months. And I understand this. I think it's a fair point, but I don't think we should baby everyone and make the game super easy. Like, there are servers that do wipe regularly, and that's fine. And there are servers which wipe every month. And if that's the sort of experience you want, then fair enough. Go ahead and do that. But there is no denying that server restarts will make it easier for new players. It also creates a level playing field. It creates a level playing field for the people who have already played on the server for a while. When the server restart comes, it's going to be everyone back at sticks and stones and able to compete at a level playing field every time the server wipes, and also new players coming in will be able to engage in that as well. And to be honest, going back to the Stone Age and starting Ark from your spear and just stone hatchet is pretty fun. It is fun to come up from the beginning and then build your base and then have your base in order, because when it gets to that point where you've got the base, you got a bunch of turret towers, you got everything going, and you're doing a lot of maintenance, that's not where the game really shines. The maintenance isn't super fun. So getting rid of all that maintenance and just being able to engage in some PvP, which is what you'll usually get at that stage of the game. You'll be able to have a lot of fun PvP because most people don't really have much and you don't really have anything to lose. So that's also another pro for restarting the server. Now let's go into the cons. There are a few cons. First of all, it will piss off built up and invested tribes and players. Now, players who have invested a lot of time into building their base and building their tribe and doing all that sort of stuff are not going to be happy with the server restarting and then them having to start from square one. Now, some people will be fine with it if that's what they were told the server was about, but personally my server was never marketed that way. I want it to be a living, breathing server that's basically like a world where people come on there and they play. It's like an official server in that it will be there forever and I'm not going to get rid of your work, but it's definitely an unofficial boosted server because you can grind less and have more fun. And to be honest, it makes it too easy for newer players. Half of the fun of Ark is creating alliances and plans to topple the current alpha tribe and become the alpha tribe yourself. If everyone on the server is at a level playing field or the game's just made way easier for you, then you're not going to be able to get the struggle of Ark, and that struggle of Ark is what leads you to come up with the interesting strategies and maneuvers and sneaky deals and all that sort of stuff that will allow you to become the alpha tribe of your server or will allow you to come up in the food chain. If everyone's just on a level playing field and everyone's got stone every couple months, then I don't think that incentivizes people to think outside the box. And I think thinking outside of the box and having to use your brain and coming up with good strategies, forming alliances and plans and all that sort of stuff is part of the fun of Ark. And I really think that people should invest some time into that and experience that part of Ark, because it really is a community game. Even if you play solo, you still need to form alliances and talk to other people and have plans and all that sort of stuff. So I really think that restarting the server on a regular basis, it takes a bit of that away from the game, because then people can just focus on brute force, or if not, then they'll be like, well, in a couple months or in a few days, the server's going to get restarted anyways, so, you know, I'll wait until then. So my honest opinion on, are server restarts necessary in Ark is no. They're not necessary. Definitely not necessary. They could help out newer players, but I think you run the risk of pissing off older players, and it also gets rid of that power dynamic of Ark, of overthrowing the bad alpha or teaming up with the good alpha or finding alliances that keep you alive and keep you surviving. I think restarts make the game a little bit too easy for people, and I think that hardcore nature of official, of having, you know, an alpha tribe that's been there months before you and you need to find a way to fit in that ecosystem, I like that. I like that, and I think that's a good part of the game. You having to find where you fit into the ecosystem, what you can bring to the table in order to make people want to deal with you and not want to just raid you or wipe you and get rid of you. And if you can't do that, then you should be penalized, you should be punished, you should be raided. And I don't think it's good to reward people who do not get those skills and do not invest in creating alliances and finding smart ways to take people down, and instead punishing people who have been playing on the server for a while as well, because obviously we don't want to get rid of the player base of the server. I know that a server wipe will make some people be like, you know, what's the point of building up and doing all this stuff if all my stuff's just going to be wiped? So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I think this is going to be a very, very interesting conversation. It's going to be very interesting to hear from you guys, and be sure to also let me know what other topics you'd like me to discuss, what other videos you'd like me to make. And thanks for liking and subscribing and watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. If you want less grinding and more fun from your Ark experience, then come and join the Cartere Cartel PvP server today. Use the link in the description to join the server, or go to jaycartere.com/Ark apply and follow the instructions. This is a boosted PvP server, so you don't have to grind for days to have an hour of fun like the official rates. All the rates and more information about the rules and the stats on the server is available at jaycartere.com/arkapply and in my Discord server. We welcome mature players who don't cry when PvP happens on a PvP server. There will be no salty squeakers allowed. So if that's you, don't even bother registering or trying to come on the server. There are also monthly reward packages for patrons who help support the server. You can see all the available packages on the Patreon page. So please help support the server by becoming a patron at patreon.com/jaycartere. I'll be helping patrons also to grow their YouTube channel. So if you got a YouTube channel and you want to play Ark on your channel, you want to make some videos, you want to grow your channel, that sort of stuff, then consider becoming a patron as an investment in your future, as you can make that back tenfold if you listen to my advice and grow your channel. Now, I will not be giving out wyverns and gigas and that sort of stuff to the patrons to ensure that we keep the server balanced. I don't want people to have OP dinos and be able to pay to win. So that's something that I've thought about. So again, use the link in the description and follow the 3 steps to join the server, or go to jaycartere.com/arkapply. I look forward to seeing you guys there. Let's survive together with less grind and more fun.
It's been a cold winter and it's lasted far too long. So all this warmth I share with